Hello everyone. In this video, we are going to discuss about the uniform velocity motion in one dimension. So, particularly in the JEE context, right? The problems that we will get in this area, we'll also call them as the split journey problems. So, we will be able to understand what do we mean by the split journey problems when we go into the discussion. Okay. So, if you talk about the uniform velocity motion in a straight line. So let us think about an object which is moving in a straight line. We are looking at the 1D motion. Okay. And when it is a uniform velocity. So what do you mean by uniform velocity? The direction is going to remain constant. Of course, it will be in that same straight line. Okay. And the magnitude of the velocity. So velocity magnitude is going to remain constant. Now remember, when we talked about the relation between the speed and velocity, right? What we said, if we have an object moving in a straight line without changing direction, then speed will be equal to the magnitude of the velocity. Which means what? If the magnitude of the velocity is remaining constant, then obviously the speed also will remain constant. That is the reason why we are clubbing them together. So what are we saying? Uniform velocity motion, which means obviously it will be also a uniform speed motion in a straight line. Okay. Now when we look at the concept of this uniform velocity motion or uniform speed motion in a straight line, what we will have is obviously for the entire journey, the magnitude of the velocity or the speed is going to remain constant. Then for the journey, right, if you want to look at what is the distance covered will be equal to what? Speed into the time. This basically comes from where? Because speed is equal to distance by time, so distance will be equal to what? Speed into time. Similarly, what is the relation we have between the velocity and the displacement? Total displacement magnitude modulus will be equal to what? The magnitude of the velocity into the time. So these are the relations we will have in terms of speed and distance and velocity and displacement magnitudes. Okay. Now what kind of questions can come in this particular area? Obviously in the JEE context, we will not have the relation between speed and distance or the displacement and the velocity magnitudes. This is probably a 9th standard level question and things like that. Okay. But what we will have is if the journey is divided, that's what we call as the split journey. Okay. If the journey is divided into multiple parts, each part can be having a different speed or different velocity. Okay. And we will try to look at what is the overall journey average speed or the average velocity. So we'll look at in detail. So when we talk about journey, right, let's say there is a total journey starting from A to B. This is the total journey. We split the journey into multiple parts. Maybe we can divide the journey into 2 parts. We can divide the journey into 3 parts. Whatever number of parts we can divide. Okay. And here the speed is V1, here the speed is V2, here the speed is V3. The total average speed, right, will be related to this V1, V2 and V3 values. How it will be related, we will know. Okay. Once we look at some specific examples, we will be able to know that. But this average speed will be related to what? This V1, V2 and V3 values. So we are going to see how these relations will come, and numericals on this, right, will be based on these relations, what kind of relations we'll have. But when we say divide the journey into multiple parts, the journey can be divided into multiple parts either on the basis of time or on the basis of the distance. What do you mean by this? Like say for example, for 1/3 of the time it is going with a velocity V1, for another 1/3 it is going with a velocity V2, for another 1/3 it is going with a velocity V3. Like that we can divide the journey in terms of time basis, or we can divide the journey in terms of the distance basis. Like say we'll have 1/3 of the distance it is going with a velocity V1. So here you might notice one thing, we are using these words speed and velocity interchangeably. Why? Because because it is the case of uniform velocity motion in one dimension, right? So speed also is going to be what? Constant throughout. So the magnitude of the velocity is equal to what? Speed. That is the reason why we are using these words interchangeably. Both will have the same value. Okay. So we can also divide the journey on the basis of what? Distance. So for first 1/3 of the distance, it is having a speed v1. Next 1/3 it is having a speed v2. Another 1/3 of the distance it is having a speed v3. Like that we can divide the journey either on the basis of the time or on the basis of the distance. So we look at how do we divide the journey based on the time, and how we'll solve questions of the split journey type of problems. Okay, so let us start with one very simple example. Let us look at the total journey, which is divided into two equal halves. Okay, so first half and second half. This is based on the time. How are we dividing it? We are dividing it based on the time. Okay, let us say for the first half of the time the speed is what? v1. Second half of the time the speed is what? v2. Okay, now our task is to find what is the average speed for the entire journey. So the average speed value will be somehow related to the v1 and v2. So we are going to see how it will be related. Okay, but we don't require any other values to be given. So all that we will be requiring to solve these kind of questions is what is the v1 value and what is the v2 value. But we should require something else, right? Just because we have a speed, we will not be able to directly know what is the average speed of the entire journey. So how we will find the average speed of the entire journey? It is nothing but the total distance traveled by the total time taken. Means to calculate the average speed, we will require what? The total journey distance, and we have to divide that value by the total time taken. Here we don't know what is the total distance, and we obviously don't know what is the total time, because we are only given what? The speed for the first half of the time, which is v1, and speed for the second half of the time, which is what? v2. So what we'll do is we'll start with one assumption. Let us say t is what? The total journey time. So let's say the t is what? The total journey time. Okay, now this t value obviously should not be coming in the final answer. T should not be coming in the final answer. Okay, so first half of the time means what? T by 2 it will be. Second half of the time means that will be also t by 2. Now we look at what is the distance covered in the first half of the time. What is it going to be? The speed here into time, which is t by 2. What is the distance covered in the second half of the time? Speed here into the time here. So look at the formula. Total distance means what? Speed into time for the first half, which is our distance covered in the first half of the time interval, plus here the speed into the time there, that is the distance covered in the second half of the time interval. Now divide this by the total time taken, which is t. You can see here in the numerator, right, we can take the t by 2 common out. What we have? v1 plus v2. Denominator is what? T. The t gets cancelled. So what do we have finally? The average speed for the entire journey will be equal to what? v1 plus v2 by 2. Okay, so this is a very standard formula that we can remember. So this is how we are going to work out the split journey problems based on the time. Here we have started with which example? Dividing the journey into two equal half time intervals. Not required that every time we'll have the same division into two equal half time intervals, right? Let us say we can have another example where we are dividing the journey like this. First 1/3 of the time speed is v1. Next 2/3 of the time will be there. Speed is what? v2. Again we are supposed to find what is the average speed. So what we will say? Let t is the total time of the journey. Okay, then for the first 1/3, here it is not half, it is what? 1/3. Okay, so here let us calculate what is the distance covered. Speed into time. The next part, what is the distance covered? Speed here, which is v2, into time. Time will be what? 2 into t by 3, 2/3 of the time. Okay, so we look at what is the average speed, means what? Total distance v1 into t by 3 plus v2 into 2t by 3 divide by what? Total time of the journey is what? T. Now you can see here t by 3 will come out common. So we'll have v1 plus 2v2 inside the bracket. So t is going to be get cancelled. What is it? v1 plus 2v2 whole divided by 3. This is what is our average speed. Basically, the way we will divide the time interval, right? The corresponding average speed relation also is going to be changing. So previously, if we divide the interval into 2 equal half time, what is the average speed formula? v1 plus v2 by 2. If I divide it like this, 1/3 of the time it is traveling with a speed v1, and the remaining 2/3 of the time it is traveling with a speed v2. Then what is the average speed formula? v1 plus 2v2 by 3. In this formula, right, you can see we have what? 3 variables: average speed, v1 and v2. Same previous formula also. What is the previous formula we have got? Average speed is equal to what? v1 plus v2 by 2. In both the formula we have 3 variables. If 2 of them are given, means we can find the third. If 2 of the variables are given, means we can find the third. Okay, so this is how we'll work out the split journey problems based on the time. Now we can look at one very generic case. What is it? Let us say we are dividing this into some n number of time intervals. Okay, t1, t2, t3, like that, what? tn. Each of the intervals, let us say the speed is what? v1, v2, like that up to vn. Then we will see what is the average speed formula. What will be the average speed formula? In this interval, what is the distance covered? Means v1 into t1. In the next interval, what is the distance? v2 into t2. Next interval, v3 into 3. Like that, we'll have vn into tn. Okay, divide by what is the total time of the journey? Means t1 plus t2 plus t3 and so on up to tn. This is a very generic formula we can have for the split journey based upon the time. Okay, so this is one model of question where if we split the journey based on the time into multiple intervals, we can find what is the average speed of the entire journey. Okay, so we'll see one question on this. A person covers first 1/4 of the time with a speed 40 meter per second and the rest with a speed 80 meter per second. See, first 1/4 of the time, remaining will be what? 3/4. No, so here first 1/4, what is the speed he is having? 40 meter per second. Remaining 3/4 of the time, what is the speed he is having? 80 meter per second. We have to find what is the average speed of the entire journey. We don't have a ready-made formula for this. So again, we'll go back to the basic approach. What is it? We will say t is what? Total journey time. Then here what is the time? T by 4. Here what is the time? 3t by 4. Now we'll go for the average speed formula. What is the average speed formula? Distance in the first interval, what is it? 40 into t by 4. Distance in second interval, what is it? 80 into 3t by 4 divided by what is the total time? T. So we can see what we can observe. T by 4 we can take out common. What is there inside the bracket? There is a 40 and 83s are what? 240. So tt is cancelled. What is 40 plus 240? It will be 280. So 280 by 4. So what is it? It is nothing but 70. Unit will be meter per second. So this is our average speed. So for the entire journey, right, what is the average speed? It will be what? 70 meter per second. So we are able to just take the same approach, the way we did breaking the journey time into 2 equal halves, or we did, first 1/3 and remaining 2/3. Same way we are having what? First 1/4, remaining time will be what? 3/4. Okay, so this is the kind of questions we can expect on the average speed calculation in case of this split journey type of problems based on the time. We are dividing the journey based upon the time. Now we said there is one more way of dividing the journey. What is it? Based upon the distance. So here let us say we divide the journey into 2 parts based upon the distance. So here first half of the distance, let us say the speed in this case is what? v1, and second half of the distance. So here we are splitting based upon what? distance. Second half of the distance, what is the speed v2? Now we'll try to find what is the average speed. So here, since we are dividing the journey based on the distance, right, we will start like this. We'll say let S is the total journey distance. See, previously, we were dividing the journey based upon the time. That is why we have introduced the variable of total time. Here we are dividing the journey based upon what distance. That is the reason why we are introducing which variable? The total journey distance as the variable. Okay. So first half of the distance means what here? S by 2. Second half means what? That is also going to be S by 2. Okay. Now we'll see what is the average speed formula. What is the average speed formula? For the entire journey, total distance by the total time taken. What is the total distance in the entire journey? That is S. Okay. Now what about the total time taken means? We have to look at what is the time taken in the first half of the distance. Here what will be the time formula? Distance by speed, right? Which is what? S by 2 divided by V1, which is S by 2V1. Here second half of the distance, what is the time taken for this? Similarly, it will be what? S by 2 divided by V2, which is what? S by 2V2. Now total time means what? This time plus this time. So what is it? S by 2V1 plus S by 2V2. Okay, so here numerator is S. Denominator we can take out S by 2 common, which is what? 1 by V1 plus 1 by V2. Now S is cancelled. The 2 will go to the numerator. So 2. Denominator we can take the LCM. V1 and V2. What is the LCM? V1 into V2, right? So look at it. V2 plus V1 by V1 into V2. This will go to the numerator. 2V1 V2 by V1 plus V2. So this is our average speed. So if you divide the journey based upon the distance, right? What is the average speed for the journey formula? Here now we are dividing based upon the distance. How? First half of the distance and second half of the distance, like that. Okay, so what is the formula we are having? 2V1 V2 by V1 plus V2. This is the average speed formula. Okay, now some people will even remember these standard formulae. We'll do one more case. The other case that we do is same. We'll divide this into what? 1/3 of the distance. Let us say it is having a speed V1, and remaining will be what? 2/3. 2/3 of the distance. Let us say the speed is what? V2. Now we have to find what is the average speed for the entire journey. Same, right? So we'll start with the assumption S is what? Total journey distance. Okay, because here the split journey is happening based upon the distance. That is the reason. Okay, now the average speed formula. What is the average speed formula? Total distance traveled, which is S, divided by the total time taken. Here look at this. What is 1/3 of the distance means S by 3. 2/3 of the distance means what? 2S by 3. So look at this. Here the time will be what? Distance by the speed, which is what? S by 3V1. Here what is the time? 2S by 3 divided by V2, which is what? 2S by 3V2. This is the time. So total time means what? We have to add both these time values. Time for the first 1/3 of the distance, which is S by 3V1, plus the time in the case of the second part of the journey, which is what? 2S by 3V2. Now we'll see one thing. Here what we can take common out? We can take S by 3 common out. We'll have 1 by V1 plus 2 by V2. So S is cancelled. 3 will go to the numerator. Okay. So what is it? 3 will go to the numerator. Denominator will take an LCM. So what we'll have? V2 plus 2V1 by V1 V2. The V1 V2 will go to the numerator. So what is the final formula? Average speed will be equal to what? 3V1 V2 by V2 plus 2V1. 3V1 V2 by V2 plus 2V1. Okay, so this is what is the formula we have for the average speed when we are dividing the journey into what? 1/3 of the distance with a speed V1, 2/3 of the distance with a speed V2. Now it is up to you whether you want to remember some cases of the split journey formulae, or if you are comfortable with the approach, then you can derive the same thing depending upon the problem. Obviously we may not be able to expect straight cases like this, because generally when these kind of models are discussed in classes, right, people do talk about splitting the journey into two equal halves, whether it is the time or distance, splitting the journey into like 1/3 and 2/3, both time basis and distance basis, like the way we have done. They would probably give questions like splitting the journey into 1/5 and the remaining will be what, 4/5. So something that we don't usually touch upon. Okay, but you remember the approach. If you remember the approach, means we will be able to solve any type of such question. Now we look at a very generic case. What is it? Let us say we are talking about dividing this entire journey distance into S1, S2, S3, like that up to Sn, and the corresponding speeds are what, V1, V2, V3, like that up to Vn. Now we'll go for the average speed formula. So average speed will be what, total distance covered, means we have to add all these S1 plus S2 plus S3, like that Sn, we have to add all of them, divide by total time. See, in this first interval, what is the time, means distance by speed, right, which is what, S1 by V1, like that second interval, S2 by V2. So we have to add up all these time, S1 by V1, S2 by V2, S3 by V3, like that up to Sn by Vn. This is a generic formula for finding what is the average speed when we are splitting the journey based upon the distance. Okay, now next we look at a question based on the split journey with regard to the distance. A person covers first 1/3 of the distance with a speed 30 meter per second, and the rest means what, it will be 2/3. So first 1/3 of the distance he is covering at a speed of 30 meter per second. Rest means what, the remaining 2/3 of the distance he is covering at a speed of 50 meter per second. What is the average speed of the entire journey? Now if you remember the formula, means already we discussed this particular case, right, you can use the formula. Otherwise, if you feel that remembering so many formulae will be difficult, let us try to work it out the way we have been doing. So what is it that we'll do? Since it is the split journey with regard to the distance, we'll say S is the total distance of the entire journey. 1/3 of the distance means what, it will be S by 3. What is the corresponding speed here? 30 meter per second. Remaining is what, 2/3 of the distance, means 2S by 3. What is the speed there? 50 meter per second. Now let us look at what is the average speed formula. What is the average speed formula? Total distance, which is S, divided by the total time taken. What will be the total time taken? Look at this first interval. What is the time formula? Distance by speed. I'm not using the unit here because already both the speeds are what, meter per second, means average speed also will be coming in the meter per second. So what is this? The 3 will go to the denominator, right? S by 90. That is the time for the first part of journey. Second part of journey, distance is what, 2S by 3 divided by speed is what, 50. 3 will come to the denominator, 2S by 150. That is the time. So total time means what, S by 90 plus 2S by 150. So what is it? Denominator, let us take S common out. 1 by 90 will remain, plus 2 by 150. If you want, you can cancel. 2 ones are 275s are, but let us keep it as it is till we come to the final step. So here you see denominators are what, 90, 150. What is the LCM? 95s are what, 450, and 153s are what, 450. So what is the LCM here? 450. So 95 is right. So we'll have what, 5 plus, already there is a 2 here. So it will be 2 into 3 will come. Divide by 450. 450 will go to the numerator. So what is it? 450 divided by, what is the denominator? 5 plus 2 3s are what, 6, which is 11. Unit is going to be what? 450 by 11 meter per second. So this is the average speed value for the entire journey. If you want the value in the decimal number, means you can simplify. It depends upon in what values the options are given. If they're giving the options in fraction, means we'll look for the fractional value. If they're giving the options in terms of decimal number, means we'll have to look for the decimal number. Okay, so this is what we can expect in terms of these split journey type of problems. Again, we have seen some cases of standard split journey models. You can remember those formulae. If not, you can be clear with the approach, and depending upon whatever the situation they are giving to us, right, we can take the approach and do the question as it comes. Okay, so we'll see in the next video.